You see the devastation. Get ready. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom Labakarium Shah Yasha'Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. This is Asheville, North Carolina. Now, you know, the Carolina just got hit with this major hurricane, but Asheville, this is how it looks. And the stories, the devastation, the horror stories that's going on right now down there, this can't be made up. This is no joke. And the government has abandoned these people. And guess who complaining? The women. The women. This is a message to you women out there. You better get right. You better beg, claw, plead to get in the good graces of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah's men for your salvation. Because in situations like this, you on your own. You may have to watch your man die right in front of your face, like we hear in some of these stories. And then you got to survive the next few weeks. No water, no electricity, no internet, no stores. No one that's just going to come and hold your hand and pity you. As you're going to hear in this story here, you know, FEMA is broke. FEMA is claiming broke now. That's why they haven't been out here in days to help these people. And they got to go through another night of total darkness. I'm telling them what's creeping in these waters. I'm hearing stories about babies tied to wood with their name on it and their family name, hoping that they float down the stream and someone can pick them up. There's bodies stacked upon bodies. One lady said the bodies are so bad that they're beginning to smell for miles and miles. You know, you have an infestation of rodents at this time. You know they're going to come out. Snakes. You know, you probably have gators that's in the water. And guess what? There ain't no 911 service for you women. So what do you think Jacob Trouble's going to look like when it's hitting from state to state to state to state? And when the public get word of this, because this just came out, that FEMA is broke because they gave all the money to the damn migrants. But when this actually hit the news, because this is Fox, when this actually hit the news, yeah, there's going to be more turn up between the northern and southern kingdom. So this is a time when you want to be on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah's side. This is the time. Because the stories coming out of there, man. I mean, people are stuck on rules. They're watching their loved ones starve to death. You know, they're going 3-4 days with no food. In a minute, they're going to start, you know, cannibalism. They're going to start eating each other. This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart. This is for the men getting right. The men throughout the, you know, 4 quarters of Babylon. The Lord raising up his 144,000. Now what you women going to do? Because this devastation waits for no man. You better stop playing games. There will be nobody to hold you women hand when it's happened. Like right now, it's somebody that you scream, you know, you got the whole block of simps coming to your rescue. Right? Ain't none of that. You got to hear the stories. These women are down there, they on their own. And we talking about when that sun go down, right? The lights on the buildings, the pole lights, ain't no electricity. The phones are not working. You know the Lord is giving them a horror story, man. You're going to have a lot of suicides. This is going to be a serious weekend for them. And FEMA ain't coming in. And they not letting those neighboring towns come in with helicopters, regular civilians. They not trying to give these people no support. So the Lord had it out for Asheville, man, and the people in there. They had a good summer, but now it's time for the pain. So trust in Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. This is the time to put it in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah's hand. And for the Akim, look at these stories, look at these images, because this is part of Jacob's trouble. This is how it's going to look. And you're going to be alone. We're going to be alone. No internet like this. No phones to pick up. Separated from your family. Separated from the brothers. But you're never separated from the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Never. The Lord lives in us. And that's what the elect got at this time. You understand? Matter of fact, let's stay in Proverbs, because this is going to be real serious scripture, man, as they go down. You will be using those names. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. I'm sure these people wish they knew the name of Yahweh. They probably calling on Jesus. You're going to have some Muslims under that rubble. And people are trapped. They trapped in rooms. They still trapped up under wood, up under bricks. Some people are trapped in basements. And they just screaming and hollering. One lady said you can hear screams through 3 or 4 backyards. But it's they can't get to them. The Lord destroyed the roads. So mainly you got to airlift these people out of there. And FEMA is claiming broke, like you're going to see in this video. So the name of Yahweh, only Yahweh can give you that power to get out of these situations. And this is coming. This is coming. State after state after state. So you literally on your own if you don't have the Lord. So the name, we got the names. Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. And these people, you know they don't have the name. And a lot of these people probably were scoffers. They seen the Israelites, you know, and the hopeful elect. If there are any camps in the area, I'm sure the Lord is taking care of them. And we praying for y'all down there, man. You know, the Lord going to take care of his elect. I'm sure it's going to be some stories. Some brothers going to have some testimonies, because you got the neighboring towns out there. I'm sure you got elders and everything, you know. Everybody sending up prayers, but this is what's going on. This is not a time for games, man. The Lord is showing his power and his might, whether Esau did this or not. Because it's speculation that they used the machine, but we don't care. It all came from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. The Lord gives, he created light, darkness. The Lord created good and evil. So he works through Esau's machines. But check this report out, man.
Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas sounding the alarm on FEMA funding right after the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Listen.
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
This
wow, look at that. Look at that. FEMA do not have the funds. Basically, don't call us. So they putting that out there now. So this civil war break out, something happened with the electricity system, they let you know you on your own.
With the money that we have, we are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
This all comes as the Biden-Harris administration spent over $1 billion from a FEMA program on services for migrants.
Now, they got to throw that in there. They got to throw that in there. Forget about all the billions they sent to Ukraine, right? It got to be, could it be close to the trillions by now? Well, somebody pull out a calculator. Forget about the funding they about to take on, all the debt they taking on with Israel, with them to have to go to war down there. Forget about that. They blaming it on $1 billion going to the migrants. And FEMA holds about $34 billion. Where's all that money? So this is the word. This is the government letting you know you're on your own. So is this not a time to be kissing the sun? You can't trust in Babylon. That's why it says this here. You know, got to get it. These scriptures are making more and more sense as we get closer to that dark day. It says, this is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt. This is modern day Egypt. Okay, Egypt is a Greek word, Mizraim, which means bondage. That's the original name, right? He was one of the sons of Ham. So this place is bondage. This is the modern day Egypt, the modern day bondage. So it says, woe or destruction to you if you go down to bondage. This place here, America, for help. These people looking for FEMA, man. And they have left them out. They've been out there for days. Yeah, they're going to start eating each other. They're going to have to drink that muddy water. Shit, when you're in a situation like that, you do what you got to do to survive. Starving to death ain't no joke. That ain't no joke, and that's what's happening. The Lord is starving these people out. This is brutal judgment. And this is coming state after state after state in Great Babylon, man. You're on your own if you don't have Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And this is word. This is word to you women. You women playing games, you dragging your feet, you better get ready. It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Yeah, America got a lot of benefits. A lot of Section 8, welfare, housing. Look at how they take care of the immigrants. They stimulating the economy, right? All kind of benefits here. But once the catastrophe starts, right? The unexplained events happen here. Now FEMA's broke. Yeah, we can't wait to see all the other systems going to break on you too. Okay, so it says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, which is Yahweh, neither seek ye the Lord. So you trusting in Babylon. And this ain't the time to be trusting in Babylon, man. Because they leaving these people out here in North Carolina to the dogs.
And I have been paying close attention from the beginning to what we need to do to make sure the federal resources hit the ground as quickly as possible. And that includes what was necessary to make sure that we provided direct federal assistance. And that work has been happening. I want to thank the governor for his leadership and his close coordination.
Where's Biden, man? Where's Biden with all this? Why she's taking a stand as if she's the president? So you can see the setup, the fix is in, man.
Federal government with our administration, and I want to thank the local leaders for together creating a task force-like response, knowing that we are at our best when we work together and coordinate resources, coordinate our communications to the maximum effect for the community that has been impacted. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750.
They lying through their teeth. We're going to look at another video after this. FEMA ain't in there. And how they going to get the $750? How? When the internet is down. No cash apps out there. What, you going to send a mailman through?
Folks who need immediate needs being met.
$750. Yeah, right. In a time like this, huh? It's lucky for these commercials, man. All kind of shit for these commercials.
Which is food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks, especially those who do not have electricity.
Yeah,
but
they're
also,
lying.
That aid, if you have electricity, can be applied for online.
Okay, so apply for it online. Now let's go to this story here. These are some lying dogs here, but this is the Lord because they trusting in Egypt. This is our people, man. You trusting in Egypt, right? So the Lord is allowing them to come down like a hammer on your head. But let's check this out here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Slakia. So I have this this queued up here, right? Where's this other video here? Okay.
Cash from ATM or check online accounts. Okay.
Hold on.
So that spells disaster for Bank of America.
That's not it there. There we go. Just the video.
It's Jordan with Status Quo. Happy to be joined by Amanda. You live about an hour outside of Asheville, North Carolina. Everybody on TV is seeing Asheville and the horrifying images of just the whole community seems like it's underwater. But this is spread far and wide. Hurricane Helene's devastation in Asheville and further out. Can you describe, again, I think you're about an hour outside of Asheville. Can you describe what's going on where you are, what your neighbors are dealing with, the long lines for everything from gas to food? And it seems, despite what we're hearing for the media, FEMA and the federal government might not be doing as thorough of a job as we need.
Absolutely. So I am in Forest City, North Carolina. We're in the foothills of the mountains, about an hour from the center of Asheville. We did sustain a lot of damage, but it was mostly high winds. We do have some flooding, but our town has, it's most of it's remained. The people are doing pretty well. We do have to, gas is limited. We have to sit in line for about an hour, and then you may have a $20 or $50 limit on what you can get, which you just burnt sitting there for an hour. And that's if you can find it. Like I said, we're fortunate we have gas. But around us, at every county, oh my goodness, the damage is devastating. Buncombe County, Mitchell County, all around us, McDowell County, Henderson County. The damage is just incredible. I've got, Chimney Rock, parts of Asheville, parts of Hendersonville, Marshall, Bryson City, Cherokee, and the lower parts of Lake Lure were or are still underwater.
Wow.
And
there are people
there's bodies. There's bodies up under here. And she's going to say the smell of the body. There's bodies up under here. So this is the indignation of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Because time is short. I mean, you run out of time. This is just one area. This is about to happen on a grand scale, man. All over Great Babylon. Now you can imagine state after state going through this. And only help you got is a divine power from the heavens. And the Lord sending his angels out to take care of you. Because other than that, what are you going to do? What are you women going to do? What are you weak men going to do? You're going to lay down and die. And some of you not going to die right away. That starvation is coming. And you know there's a lot of big, overweight women caught up in this madness, man. This is Proverbs 124. This is very scary. This is a fearful time. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And the warnings has been going out, but it's time for the Lord to work. Because I have called and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regardeth. But you have set at nothing all my counsel. I would none of your reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. Check that out. You need me to tell me these people ain't going through calamity? They ain't going through calamity? Like I said, there's bodies up under there. And the Lord said, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. And it's coming. We got a few months before 2025. What you think it ain't going to happen over here in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia? And it's all going to hit at once. When the Lord lay down his hand, his heavy hand on Babylon, we talking about something serious. He warns us with Jeremiah 30:7 about Jacob. He warns us how it's going to be a time like no other. So this is not a time to be dragging your feet, man. So it said, because the Lord will be laughing at your calamity. I will mock when your fear. No one likes to be mocked. But imagine you being mocked when your greatest fear is here. You know? Drowning is one hell of a way to go. I'm afraid of water like that, man. You know, floods and waves of water coming in. And that's your greatest fear. And you drowning, you screaming, you scrambling. And the Lord is mocking through his men. Might even have a couple angels pop up right there on the scene. before you take your last breath? Yeah, I'm sure these people that died got some stories to tell. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation. And that's what these people going through. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me. You think these people ain't calling? But they calling the wrong name. They calling on that white Jesus. A lot of these are Christians that's floating around in this damn water, man. A lot of these Muslims are floating around in this damn water. Atheists, moles, floating around in this water. But only the true men of the Lord at this day going to be calling on Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, and the Lord going to work out these miracles as we get deep into Jacob's trouble, man. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early. And you know, Hosea 5:15. You know how Jake is. As soon as they go through it, oh Lord, oh God, all of a sudden you religious. Yeah, you will try to seek the Lord early. But they shall not find me. And a lot of people cursing the Lord as they stranded on those roofs. They lost all the little faith they thought they had. And that's the scary time that when you find out, like, you really on your own. You really on your own. You don't want to be here. It is coming. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But it's for the hopeful elect, whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. And I'm praying, call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, I'm part of that faithful and beautiful number, man. Because I don't want to go through this, and I don't want to see my family go through this.
Stranded. They're not getting help. They're stranded. They're landlocked. They're in floods. And FEMA, okay, so I did go up into Asheville yesterday. There's one way in and one way out. I actually made it up into Asheville and around into OT. And the damage, I mean, houses literally washed down the road, or they're covered. There's mudslides. But Asheville, there's so many dead bodies that you can smell it. The stench is or they're covered. There's mudslides. But Asheville, there's so many dead bodies that you can smell it. The stench is becoming unbearable. Like the damage, I mean, houses literally washed down the road, or they're covered. There's mudslides. But Asheville, there's so many dead bodies that you can smell it. The stench.
And so you can imagine when Jacob's trouble hit. They ain't coming to pick up these garbage. What they gonna do with these bodies? See what's happening down here in Asheville. This is an example of Jacob's trouble. How it's about to happen on a major level. Heard what she said? There's so many bodies, man. But we're gonna end it on this scripture here. This is the time. Get right with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And another thing, I'm listening to the stories. They said that they didn't have enough time to even escape. This thing came in. It was ruthless the way it came in. So some people said they was trying to get out, and within 2 hours, they was up to their knees in water. This is Nahum 3. I'm just reading straight through. Woe, 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city. That's this place here, Babylon. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of wheels and of the piercing horses and the jumping chariots. The horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon corpses. So many corpses at that time. Now, today, the bloody city, America. You heard what she said. Who gonna come out and bury these bodies upon bodies before these bombs get here? Yeah, your neighbors. Ain't gonna be no sanitation to pick those bodies up. You gotta deal with that stench. We talking bodies upon bodies. And he said they stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that's America, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts. That's why so much is going on in Great Babylon right now. This is a time of your judgment. It says, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nation thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's what's happening. But you hear it, man. Bodies upon bodies. And they're going to start feeding on these bodies in a minute. Let me hear that one more time.
Is becoming, or they're covered. There's mudslides. But Asheville, there's so many dead bodies that you can smell it. The stench is becoming unbearable. Like, you can smell it. There are that many dead people.
Yeah, you see, so it's going down. So this is just a little touch, a little taste of Jacob's trouble, how it's about to spread all across the 50 states, man. And FEMA, they said they out of money. They done gave it to the migrants, man. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Shalom.